Good morning, Twin Cities. Up and Adam. I'm Jack Tomczak. That's Andrew Lee.
Good morning. Happy Lump Day, everybody.
Happy Lump Day to you.
Happy Lump Day.
Happy Lump Day Lump.
We're changing the name. We're doing it. We're leading the charge. No more Hump Day.
It's Lump Day.
I'm tired of getting in trouble for misconstruing the meaning of Hump Day all these years.
How do you mean?
He
I
means
took it
that I
literally.
don't. He means that I don't. I'm never on Wednesdays. Andrew and I are not in the same room.
I
ever.
see.
And nobody else should be.
It's a camel-related holiday, right?
Is that what it is?
That's what I always thought.
I'm going to get real weird with it. It's far too vague.
Mm-hmm.
It is far too vague. So we're changing it to Lump Day. We're getting over the lump.
Lump Day.
On the show today.
Are you
Changing that.
Not
It's
sure?
No longer accurate.
the 7A segment? I'm guessing.
That is
Oh.
correct.
That's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Check your email, Lump.
Yeah,
I
lump.
did.
You don't get a day anymore.
That's where I got it.
You don't get a day anymore.
I gave Jack the incorrect run sheet.
We're going to be talking, of course, about last night's debate, or last night's State of the Union address, tonight's debate. Congressman Tom Emmer joining us at 8 to talk about the State of the Union. John Spry joining us at 7:30 to talk about Bernie Sanders' plan to destroy the economy.
Right. The economy that we learned last night is robust and amazing, and anybody who claims otherwise is peddling fiction.
Sure.
Bernie Sanders thinks it's doing too well, apparently. It's like, whoa, everybody, calm down with all this making money.
If I had a passable Jackie Mason impression, I would do a Bernie Sanders, but I don't. Our
So John Spry will be in. That'll be fun.
18 to 25 demo, super confused to that reference. Yesterday we talked about how...
we have an 18 to 25.
No.
Oh.
She's right here.
Hi.
That's...
Hello.
Yesterday we talked about how Bernie Sanders supporters share memes that don't make any sense because they don't understand math. That's why they support Bernie Sanders. And he's got his economic proposals, according to logic, reason, math, and John Spry, are super terrible.
And if there's one thing we've learned on this show, it's that John Spry is always right.
He is.
That's why we have him on.
When we're talking math and economics
And numbers.
and
Money.
Yeah.
Powerball drawing tonight. Speaking of John Spry.
Did you guys get your Powerball tickets?
No.
No.
Are you
No.
going to?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I'll give it a...
You know how you don't win $1.5 billion?
Yeah, by not playing. Well,
Yeah.
you don't. You just don't, first of all.
That's not true.
No, you don't.
That's not true.
No, because
Somebody
after
wins.
taxes and everything else.
It's hardly worth it.
Okay,
You're not
it is.
winning.
You're still at this point. You're still going to win like $800 or $900
I think it's
million.
I think if you took the lump sum,
Eh.
it would be like 800 something million.
It's called a lump sum because I'm going to get it.
And then after taxes,
You're my favorite producer.
at least 40% or so of that is going away to taxes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which I think is funny because you're winning that money from the government in the first place.
You're still filthy stinking rich.
I know.
An extra $600
I'm
million
not
isn't going to make a difference.
discounting the large sum of money. I'm just saying it's not going to be 1.4 billion.
Andrew's just not a dreamer like me.
My days of dreaming. Last week I was a dreamer.
Are you
we-
going to buy a ticket?
If I find myself at a convenience store for a particular reason, sure, I'll probably.
You're my favorite co-host.
Are you going to buy one, Jack?
No.
If
It's
I remember
$2.
to, yes. If I find myself at a gas station, though I am at a gas station literally every morning and didn't today, the person in front of me in line did, though. And it was like she was surprised. She said, I'd like to buy a Powerball.
Mm-hmm.
And the person running the cashier, I guess, said, just one? And she's like, no, 3. I'm thinking, how was he supposed to know that? You just said a Powerball. It was like every lottery transaction, longer process than it had to be. Yeah. I like to thank all the listeners who are going to buy lottery tickets today. I think you guys are the best, the tallest, and most handsome.
Every one of you that buys a lottery ticket is my favorite listener.
And maybe we should hang out if you win briefly
You can third wheel.
for that sack of cash.
Just bring a briefcase full of cash.
What would you do? What is it? 800 million? We'll decide for now. $800 million. What would you do?
I don't know, honestly. I mean, I could come up with a million scenarios of what I would do.
800 million. Just keep buying lottery tickets.
I'm going to win all the lotteries.
Who's the first person you would call?
A lawyer, probably.
Yeah. Outside of family?
Don't even call family. What?
I'd call my dad.
Yeah.
First and say, get here now.
Dad,
What do I do? What do I do? What do I do?
I heard that. Did you know that they give you a physical check?
Really?
Yeah.
Well, what else would they give you?
I don't know. I don't know.
Like direct deposit. I don't know.
I can't imagine walking down the street, like walking to your bank with this check.
Okay, here's how you figure out who won. Who's the person standing on the corner terrified and has wet themselves? You've got $800 million in your pocket, don't you?
They don't give it to you in $1 bills?
Or demand a novelty check. Happy Gilmore, I'll take one of those big ones.
Outside of family, the first person I would call would be a tax attorney.
Yeah.
That would be the first person I'd call.
Or anybody.
I'd get family out of the way. Wife, assuming that she wasn't around when I found out. And
I don't know about that one.
yeah, leave the wife out.
Well, just don't tell her. And then just start act like how high school boys break up with their girlfriends. Just
yes.
stop talking to her, be kind of
Slowly,
mean.
right.
Let her decide.
Not come home for 2 weeks. Where you been? Nowhere. Just busy.
I think I call the person. I don't know. The person I know who's got the most money. Like, okay, now what?
What do I do?
What do I do? What do I do?
Do we get to hang out now? Are we like buddies now? Because I have a lot of money. You have a lot of money, so we're best friends.
Can I start wearing shoes without socks now? I don't. Other things. Rich man, poor man.
Yeah. I don't know what I'd do. I would want to figure out, a way to turn that money into something tangible that is going to produce money going
because
forward.
you don't already have enough.
Well, I want to make sure that I have something to pass on to my children.
How much are you planning on burning through the next
Good
3
God,
years?
man.
I'm just saying. I would try to be smart with it. Try to be smart
Being
with
smart with it would be just giving each of your kids like $200 million.
it. But they're not smart with money. I don't trust them with $200 million right now.
You could give it to them in an allowance.
Dante Culpepper.
You'd hire Dante
I would
Culpepper?
call him and say, all right, what did you do? Because I will do the opposite of that.
You'd have to get a lawyer. You'd have to get some kind of financial advisor that's used to dealing with hundreds of millions of dollars.
You go to one of those, any financial advisor who's 22
Any
years
Joe
old, doesn't
Schmo.
really know what they're talking about. Say, what do I do? And all this. Yeah. Luckily, I don't think we're going to win.
Probably not.
But
Probably not.
to the listener, if you do win,
If I'm
I
not
should be your
here
first call.
tomorrow, then you'll know.
If I'm not here
That's how you'll
tomorrow,
find out.
I probably slept in. All right, Andrew, what is at the top of the news bag?
We've got results from the primary in SD35, the
Okay.
Abler-Aplikowski results. The Minneapolis School Board has moved on from their fully vetted candidate for superintendent, plus an update on the special session. Is it going to happen? Is it not?
All that and more when we return.